Hello ladies and gents, Romie Reviews here. Yes, we are back for Season 5 of Empire. So yes, this is Season 5, Episode 1. We start this thing off, what is it going to be called? Steal from the Thief. So, it actually starts off interesting. We have Lucius, he's looking at this casket. Whose casket? I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't look particularly large. I mean, Lucius isn't the tallest person. So I'm just looking at this casket like, who could it be? Was it a kid? Was it Hakim? It was someone that Lucius cared enough about to cry, or at least pretend to cry about, because we know Lucius and those emotions. Huh. But we start off from there, and apparently we have a two-year gap. We see Lucius, he's in the house, he's sweating, which I'm thinking, something doesn't look right about the house. I caught it right away. Now, he's watching the music video of Hakim and Tiana. We see Andres there with Cookie and Jamal. Jamal already has the haircut. Lucius, it's weird because I feel like they were going back and forth so much with the time gaps. I wasn't sure how much a present day that was compared to another scene What I do know is that Lucius, at first I thought, okay, he's watching the music video, but then I realized, no, he's actually trying to look at it and edit it himself, which is weird because we're used to him having a budget, having a crew, but no, it's just him. Why is it just him? Because Cookie is actually out. She's trying to go and see if they can bring in some money. These judges want to go, these executives want to put Lucius on one of those award shows where he would be a judge, and they're coming up with these corny names. So Lucius didn't show up. Cookie had to go and be there. She made a comment about, oh, stupid. And the people ate it up. The producers ate it up because they're so dense. They didn't really even think that she was calling them stupid. So now she comes back home and he's trying to tell her, hey, I'm working. I'm doing my own version of working. And what you need to realize is that this adds value. Cookie is just like, that's great and all, but what about our game plan? Apparently Eddie and what's her name, Giselle, his wife, they're still in power over at Empire, which means that Lucius and Cookie have to devise a plan to go and get them, out of power. So the song that we were listening to, it was a nominated song, and they expect the song to win. Eddie was also a producer on there because remember, Eddie was working with Tiana on all of her stuff previously. And that's where things kind of take a turn because it's this whole thing of how are we going to get Empire back from Eddie? So now I talked about that, and then we see this weird scene. Actually, Jamal calls. Jamal's going to be coming there. They haven't seen him in a while. Jamal has a boyfriend. He's really happy in London, but he's going to go there to support the family. Great, perfect, beautiful. And Cookie and Lucius and tell him about their financial issues. While that's happening, we finally see what happened with Hakim and Tiana and Lord Tom Hanks' son. I forgot what his name is on the show, but it starts with a B. But his father went and actually shot and hit Hakim, grazed him in the side, hit him in the side, busted out a window, didn't hit Tiana, didn't hit the baby, but I'm thinking, so no bulletproof glass, but that was a shotgun, so I guess. Now, the funny part, not the funny part. We heard 3 gunshots. So one shot hit the glass, one shot hit Hakim, another shot, it looked like it may have hit old dude's, the white rapper's foot. I'm only calling him that because I don't remember his name. I want to call him Brody, but I don't think that's right. Anyway, it hits, it's aimed down, so he was able to wrestle his father, get the gun away. I'm thinking, cool, great. We see Hakim was shot, and actually, no, I'm sorry. Hakim got grazed, and it hit the window, so that was 1 shot. Him shooting at his son was 2. The 3rd shot was the son taking the gun and shooting the father. But then he throws the gun down instead of carrying it with him to go and check on Hakeem. And I'm thinking, okay, they're in New York. It's already illegal to be doing all of that. Maybe him having the gun possession is a problem. You know what else is a problem? Guess who goes to jail? Guess, out of all people, guess who goes to jail next? Because it's the whole family is slowly going to jail. Andre, of all people, we see in jail talking to someone, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. His hair's grown now. He has a lion tattoo. It's so weird. But back at the Lion's Manor, there's a bunch of people coming in. We also see the housekeeper. She's there, and she's asking Cookie, when am I gonna get paid? When am I gonna get paid? Because it's been 5 weeks. I said 5 weeks? They must be paying you dang good for you to still be there after 5 weeks. They don't have any more money. They're not making any income. And I guess whatever money that Lucius was bringing in, that's just probably enough to keep a roof over their head. And that's it at this point. At this point, because they were kicked out of Empire. So that's why they're devising this plan of how they're going to work together. I mean, they were taking all of their stuff. They're taking everything that held value in that house. Everything must go, Sale. Everything must go. Andre's in jail for a greater purpose, from what we find out. Andre is in jail because he's supposed to be getting... Well, actually, it's a two-stage thing. Andre had to go to jail due to the fact that someone saw him go and put something in Anika's drink. Now, of course, he couldn't have guessed that she was going to go and accidentally kill herself, but it's still conspiracy for murder, which means jail time. So Andre said, look, it's my time. And you know Cookie and Lucius were over it. They were like, we did not go to jail just for our children to go to jail. But it's a good thing Andre's in jail because they're going to need for him to get close to someone who's in that jail. Hakeem's having issues. Hakeem, as we know, he got shot, and we're seeing the repercussions of him being shot. He is having breathing issues because he lost part of his lung. Obviously, we get two, but he lost part of, I think, the left one, if I'm not mistaken. So he can't rap. He can barely breathe. Tiana's doing a little guilt trip on him, saying that she needs him to go and help her out because she needs him to perform with her their big song. Eddie has shelved her ever since she got pregnant. And I said, Eddie and this misogynistic type of mess. And I know it's the central theme with a lot of these shows this season, either them coming back or premiering. They're definitely putting more focus on women and the trials and tribulations. And I love it because it's real. It's real and it fits. It fits. Now, so Hakeem's going to go and perform with her, but he needs to use a backing track, which of course is whack, but he has no other choice right now because he's being stubborn. He's not putting in the work that he needs to try and increase his lung capacity. Cookie went to go and see her son, and again, their game plan is to use Andre while he's in jail to go and talk to the man that, what's his name, that Eddie was using to do that whole scheme of stealing money from Empire. Well, actually, they don't know that, but they know that he was this money guy. So he has to have something on him. And that's what Andre's going to do to find out. Because Andre, fast forwarding if I am, Andre's going to threaten this dude and essentially say that, hey, I'm still a lion. I can make things very difficult for you. While Cookie was leaving out of the jail, she heard this girl sing. And I said, oh, wait a minute. That was old girl from the game. And I know she did other stuff too, but she was on the game, and then I think she was also on the quad or whatever. You know, Short, I don't know if she's just light skinned or mixed, but she doesn't just look black. But anyway. Cookie, because she's broke, still has Portia, which I'm thinking, Lord, Portia's used to being broke, so she's a rider. But Portia's acting as Cookie's lift, because Portia still needs a job. Now, I told you about the award show that they're going to. Cookie and Lucius, they show up. We see that Giselle and Eddie and even our own Becky. Now, speaking of Becky, this is one thing I did forget. Becky's still working at Empire, and it's great. Giselle's running the day-to-day operations, and the profits are through the roof. And Becky is doing, she's really, I think she's A&R. So she has multiple people working under her, and I love it. I love it because she deserves it, and I'm happy for her. Now, they were mentioning that reporters were talking to Lucius and Cookie about their song and chances of winning and what does it feel like working with so-and-so. And they were being coy and cute, but let's be very clear. Eddie's such a punk. He has so much security. I mean, he's not stupid, but he is a punk. And being the punk that he is, he just looks shook. And we don't respect people that look shook. I don't care if it's a valid reason for it to look shook. Sidebar, Empire looks so different. Empire looks so different. We have a company now that looks like a mix between like a 2018 corporate, it's like a corporate office, open space / entertainment. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, Cookie is talking to Giselle, and Giselle is saying, look, I wouldn't have, had you guys leave the company the way that her husband did, as in Eddie, or her ex did. Cookie said, first off, you couldn't do anything because I'm not gonna go and assume that Eddie's hoe could do anything for us or to us. Oh my God. And so then she talked about Cookie's outfit. Cookie's, because she said, oh, you better make sure you don't sweat too much. H&M isn't gonna take that back. And I said, Cookie said, well, maybe you shouldn't have spent too much on your face surgery. I could have told you somewhere else on your body that would have been more useful. I said, oh my God. Oh my God, I love Cookie so much. I love Cookie so much. I love Cookie so much. Now we see Tiana and Hakeem performing, and it definitely gave this like Spanish conquistador, señorita type of vibe, and the attire and the jacket that Hakeem was wearing felt like something that Matador would wear. And so I thought it was great. Now Hakeem is lip singing, and I said, wait a minute, they got the lip singing down pat, because this actually flows. This actually makes sense. This looks better than when he's supposedly doing it. See, I'm over it. I'm over it in the joking way. Everything is going well, but I'm thinking he's doing a lot of movement. Isn't he supposed to be having breathing issues? Tiana's killing it. Tiana looks good. I mean, this is par for the course. This is just what she does. But then Hakeem, he loses breath. Then he's on the floor. He can't breathe. But the backing track is still playing. So now Tiana has to go and do all of this to try and distract from the fact that he was lip singing. And Hakeem's looking over to his dude, faux rapper, like, come on, come out. But he's trying to figure out, what do you need from me? What do you need from me? And that's when Hakeem runs off the stage, gives him the microphone. He takes over. He does Hakeem's part. The crowd loves it. And so Hakeem is pissed. His pride is hurt. Cookie goes and checks on her son. And the doctor said that he's doing fine, even though he was coughing out blood. So I don't know how you can say he's doing fine. But they have bigger things to worry about. They're always distracted. Always distracted. But shout out to how Empire even looks different this year. I don't know if it's the colors, the lighting, but it looks different. I like it. Eddie, he's a little shook because now he has to sit next to Cookie and Lucius. He doesn't want to do that, but he has his security. He has his woman. Until Cookie goes and accidentally spills a drink on her and then spills it some more by accident. And now she has to go and get changed, which leaves Eddie alone. There's no more time. There's no other place for him to sit. And so that's when Lucius and Eddie, because they have Eddie sitting in between them. And Lucius and Cookie threaten Eddie by saying, hey dude, here's what you need to know. We know that you're a scammer, that your money person who's in jail helped you go and funnel money from Empire. Put it in a separate account, which means that you will go to jail for embezzlement or you will give up Empire. You've got one option. you're gonna go up there and announce your resignation when we win, because we already know that we won because we were invited. So we know we're gonna win. This is an award show. We just know how this works. Now Eddie's back at Empire, sitting at Lucius's desk. He clearly changed a whole bunch of things around, and his ex is looking at him like, "Hey, dude, how are you gonna go and not even inform me that you're going and quitting? What is going on here? I go to the bathroom, I come back, and you're no longer the president or CEO, whatever, of Empire?" He said, "They won." How did they win? They won. It doesn't matter how they won. Just know that they won. She's still looking at him like, "How did they win, dum-dum?" And he was just saying, "Yeah, I'm just gonna take this like a man. I'm just gonna eat. I'm just gonna resign. It doesn't matter." And he's talking, he's slurring, he's laughing because he's so drunk that he's given up. He's a weakling. He's a punk. He's afraid of going to prison. That part makes sense. I understand that part. But he's still a punk. Yeah. But then he's still illustrious and gross. Oh, I forgot to mention. I did not forget Giselle going and sleeping with one of the employees at Empire that I guess she's supposed to be close to, chummy buddy with. But I guess it's okay since Eddie is sleeping around with who's who and what's what. That's just how their relationship is. They're not really together. This is a business. So when Eddie's drunkenly trying to go and almost like molest her, I said, "Oh, dude, no, we're not doing that. We are not doing that." So she throws him off of her, as she should, but then he hits his head and he slowly starts to bleed out. So then she was like, "Oh my God, oh, hold on." But then she realizes, if I just wait a solid minute, he'll be dead. And once he's dead, I get to take over. Sorry, baby. So she goes, cleans up the scene of the crime, and with him gone, Empire is going to need a replacement CEO, or at least an interim CEO. Cookie and Lucius are pissed because their plan went to crap. Their plan is over, and they worked so hard just for it to blow up. They don't have any more leverage. And this is when Lucius resorts back to being old Lucius. This is when Lucius decides, well, since Empire, I can't get, it's mine. I worked so hard. Cookie's looking at him like, "It's yours. He said, "Yeah, it's mine." I mean, where were you all these years? I'm thinking, she was in jail. What work did you put in? What work did she worked with you, aided you into being the man that you were so that you could go and successfully go and manage his company and his family while she did a 17-year bid? Are you kidding me? This is the same argument they always have. This is a couple that has so much bad blood between them that when there's trials and tribulations that come in between them, they don't truly trust each other at their core. Because Lucius was also upset that Cookie went and gave the company to Eddie instead of trusting that he could get himself out of jail the second time. We just have to remember that he already went to jail in season 2, or the end of season 1, and was in jail for part of season 2. So they're doing this tiring argument. Jamal tiptoe like, "Hey, what's good?" And they're like, and Cookie's, "Oh my baby, move, move, Lucius." Hey. It's great, it's beautiful. And Kai, who is Jamal's boyfriend, he comes around. I thought they were gonna say that they got engaged. I was waiting for that. Jamal has the season 1 haircut. Everything's great, happy. His boyfriend is a reporter. I'm thinking, why do we want a reporter in this family? That's a liability. Jamal realizes, oh, why is it so hot in here? Why are you decorating? The reporter conveniently had to take a phone call, and that's when they just tell him the truth. They're broke, and they're not getting Empire back. Jamal thinks it's great because he just wants his family. He does not care about this corporation that has divided his family all of these years. I said, wow, someone with some dang sense. Lucius was hearing him, but he didn't really care because Empire's his baby. So he wasn't going to take that too close to the vest. Hakeem comes back home, finally, after a terrible performance, after an embarrassing time, and Tiana is trying to figure out, hey dude, what's good? why are you like this? Just to refresh your memory, Tiana was pregnant by the end of season 4, and she had the baby. This is a 2-year gap, or no, or maybe it was like a 1.5 year gap or something like that. No, I think it was 2 years already. I think it was already 2 years. And so the baby is a toddler, and the child that he had with Anika is, what is she, like 4 years old at this point? Something like that. Something like that. She's walking and talking, because when she heard Tiana and Hakeem arguing, she came out and was like, why are you guys yelling? And Hakeem was just like, sorry, baby. And he realized he has to get himself together, because he was trying to blame her for all of that. But Hakeem, you're embarrassed and you have work to do, so he's not going to live with them. I'm thinking, well, is he still going to take care of baby Bella? Anyway, now Cookie and Lucius are in their hot house, and they're just thinking about things. They're just thinking about how things turned out and what really matters, what's really important. Cookie's trying to tell Lucius stuff, but Lucius doesn't necessarily want to hear that. Cookie realizes, forget Empire. Like she said before, forget Empire. Let's go and do something new. Let's go and do something different. And he's thinking, great, cool, but we don't have any money. We never needed money. Money, 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 money. That's not us. That's not what we need. We just need inspiration. We need, you know, a Whitney, a Mariah, a Michael, a Quincy Jones. We need something fresh, but add a twist to it. And so I told you that Cookie was over here, or maybe I didn't. There was this girl outside the jail who she was singing and Cookie and rapping. Cookie was interested, but she got distracted. Cookie feels like she has a new sound. So she goes and visits her son and lets him know that, hey, two things. There's going to be people who, as you get closer to release, will go and try to jeopardize your release from jail. From prison. And another thing, what do you think you can do? Good job on getting us the information. 3 things. And do you think you can find out about this girl? And Andre said, how am I supposed to find that out here? I can't ask these men about their sisters. See how that sounds? But just for storyline purposes, she's a social worker, and she actually just rolled a patient right in, and Cookie sees her and said, hey girl, what's your name? Treasure. How would you like for your life to change? And Treasure had the biggest smile on her face, but she looked at Andre, so I don't know if Andre's gonna have a new love interest. We know that that's possible. Now Eddie is dead. Patel is there because he needs to go and talk to Giselle, let her know that they want to make her the interim CEO, which was her plan, because she was telling Becky about Black Girl Magic, and they're in a limo. This is right after Eddie's funeral. So after Patel leaves, Giselle tells the guy, okay, can you pull over here? There was a pothole, not a pothole, a manhole, and she has Eddie's ashes because he was cremated. She took that whole urn of ashes, dumped it out in the the manhole, and then drove away because it's like, good riddance. I'm thinking, I'm not mad. Eddie's trash. I'm not mad. Now we see Treasure. She came over, but she has this almost like pimp of a manager, and he was talking about how, you know, these ghetto girls, you can't. I said ghetto girls. That was the last straw when he said ghetto girls. It's like, oh, they don't know anything. No, do it like I taught you. You're breathing. Do your exercises. Ooh, ooh. Don't talk back to me. I said, oh, because you see them as rich. You kind of forgot that they were black or decent. That's what he didn't realize. He thought he was amongst people that just cared about money and not people. You were wrong, sir. Lucius wasn't having that. Oh, no. Especially not this 2018 Lucius. Nope. Because this is the first time she's recorded music, and Cookie was going to work with her on that. Lucius went and took a statue, or, you know, a solid piece of whatever. It could have been like a candle holder, but something solid, because he was going to beat up the manager in the back. And I said, you better do that, Lucius. Now, Jamal said that he's going to take Kai, his boyfriend, to his apartment, and they're gonna stay there. Smart move. Until we realize that Hakeem is actually staying there, and Hakeem brought all of his stuff with him. So when Jamal and Kai walk through the elevator, Hakeem has a gun pointed to Kai. I'm thinking, dude! And then they have to give the whole spiel of, this is Jamal's boyfriend, and I was like, oh, okay. He doesn't even say sorry. It's like, oh, whatever. And he talks about how the gun was empty, but Kai said, can I see the gun? I'm thinking, this is so weird. Takes the gun, there's a bullet in the chamber, because he's an amateur, because he's a dumb. Oh my God, so stupid. So now Hakeem is yelling that Kai's seeing this dysfunctional family, and Hakeem's yelling at Jamal because Hakeem feels like, when I got shot, you weren't there for me. Jamal said, I was in London. I was in there. I was back within 2 days. Hakeem said, when you shot Angelo, I was there for you immediately, and I didn't leave. I said, okay, you're right. Jamal, here's the truth. Jamal wanted to escape the life that he had before, and unfortunately, Hakeem, that involved you and the rest of the family. So Jamal apologized and said, you know what? I'm the grown one. I'm the mature one, and I wasn't there for you when you got shot, and clearly you have a lot of issues. In his mind, this is what he's thinking. But he's like, I'm sorry. Hugs Hakeem because he knows Hakeem's baby butt needs it. Now, Lucius and Cookie have to prep Treasure on delivering her voice and sound. And Lucius has to tell her, hey, this is how you do it. We need to know how you feel on the inside. How is it working at your current job? Do you like it? No, I hate it. Every time I go in there and see what they're doing to those men, it just makes it feel, okay, that's great. Take that feeling and multiply it and just release it to us. So then she starts singing, and you know, her voice, it's not power based, but it's like the Ariana Grande thing where great tone, great runs. Actually, I'm sure Treasure studied Brandy because that was very Brandy signature-esque. And then she started to, you know, incorporate the hip hop and rap it in the flow. And I said, oh, we got something here. We got something here. And everyone's all smiles because we got something here. So now they're playing the music for the kids. Well, Jamal and Hakeem. And this is where Cookie and Lucius say, we're starting a new record label, and they don't have a name yet, but they're starting a new record label. She's going to be an artist. Hakeem, of course, you have a place. You're going to recover. And Jamal, I understand you have your own indie label there in London. You have an artist, but we need you. And again, the family always kind of just expects Jamal to come along. And Jamal loves his family, so he's also a pushover, so he does it anyway. So that was the end of the episode. Well, actually, the last thing we saw was, again, Lucius was there at that casket, and it's just like, I'm sorry, and he has that tear. I'm thinking, so who died? Because it was 6 months later. So that was it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week.